What Caitlin Clark did, because so many eyeballs were on her, was she is a huge multiplier effect of.
Because so many people were watching her, Caleb Clark did something that had a large multiplier effect.
The entire world was shocked during the WNBA expansion draft when Tammy Fagbenle became available, especially because when you look at last season, she played a really huge part in the Fever's success in terms of getting to that point where you all were able to make the playoffs.
But it's all part of a calculated plan to build a super team that could rewrite the league's narrative.
With their new general manager, the Indiana Fever are dominating the WNBA, and all eyes are on them as they push forward, leaving other teams behind. With Amber Cox at the lead, the Fever is making audacious decisions that are both shocking and calculated. By allowing Tammy Benley to lead the expansion draft, Cox mixed things up, which didn't exactly sit well with supporters.
I see a lot of players wanting to go, in this offseason, a lot of players are going to want to go.
However, it's all a part of a strategic strategy to create a great club that has the ability to change the league's history.
I was trying to think of who potentially could be in their plans. Like, obviously, Satu Sabali is a potential player who you can get via some sort of.
They focus on one of the best free agents, Satu Sabali, who might work alongside Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, and Aaliyah. If this grand vision is realized, Boston might transform from a mere WNBA team to legitimate championship contenders, attracting attention and stifling detractors in the process. The stakes could not be higher.
We're obviously at this very pivotal time in the WNBA, and obviously led by the Indiana Fever. But I think all those experiences will lend themselves to hopefully doing the best job possible.
Whether you're a devoted basketball fan or someone who can't distinguish between a rebound and a turnover, Caitlin Clark is the kind of phenomena that causes everyone to pause and take notice. It's about time the Indiana Fever did something that might actually make people care. Time magazine named her Athlete of the Year, and the impact of that one title has been seismic. Now, General Manager Amber Cox is out there with a grand plan to hitch the team's wagon to Clark's rocket and finally drag the Fever out of irrelevance.
As we get into free agency, the number one priority for us is re-signing Kelsey Mitchell. I think that backcourt was about as lethal as we've seen in the WNBA, and I'm talking maybe in history in the second half of the season.
To be honest, the Fever has been stockpiling $650,000 in cap space like a dragon, and it's time they used it for something or someone that really matters. Caitlin Clark joining forces with Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, and Lexi Hull is one such idea. This proposal feels like the kind of shakeup that could finally get casual sports fans to pay attention. That's not just a pipe dream. It's a potential WNBA super team for a league that could really use a boost of excitement. Amber Cox is well aware that the goal is to elevate the Fever above the status of simply another WNBA team and make them the team.
It's really part of an overall plan, which hopefully everyone will see unfold throughout the offseason.
She's got a clear agenda: defensive upgrades, team identity, and, oh yeah, locking down Kelsey Mitchell with a max contract. That's a no-brainer.
Isn't playing checkers here. Instead, she's playing chess with a vengeance. Her off-season plan is all on taking risks, and she has the credentials to support it. 2 Phoenix Mercury titles, in case you missed it, but she doesn't simply focus on splurging.
I want to reunite Caitlin and Kelsey. And Kelsey, when I think about her and her time in Indiana, and, you know, a lot of trials and tribulations throughout her career. So for me and for us, I'm most excited for her to be in this moment and experience so much success.
She has a well-defined plan for defensive upgrades, team identity, and, of course, signing Kelsey Mitchell to a max contract. Given that Mitchell has been playing brilliantly and was essentially the only bright spot during the Fever 2023 season, fans were shocked when Cox left Tammy Fagley unprotected in the expansion draft. No one knows for sure yet, but Cox doesn't seem like the type of general manager who takes chances. Something significant could be in the works, such as a deal, a free agent, or perhaps both.
Respond to those comments, WNBA rather than Caitlin Clark individually.
I think Caitlin Clark deserved that award.
Let's now discuss the Caitlin Clark effect because, believe it or not, her power isn't limited to dropping buckets. Clark has the extraordinary capacity to transform a passing curiosity into an obsession, and fans aren't just attending games, they're leaving with season tickets. She is bringing women's basketball into the public eye on her own, and you can either love it or hate it. A practice match sold out due to her, which is the amount of hype we're dealing with.
Washington Mystics co-owner Sheila Johnson, responded to that by saying, I think the WNBA in its entirety should have been featured.
However, not everyone enjoys Clark's spotlight. I get the intention, but let's not fool ourselves. Sheila Johnson, co-owner of the Washington Mystics, chose to rain on the procession by claiming that the WNBA as a whole should have the spotlight rather than just one player. Because of Caitlin Clark's unquestionable star power and record-breaking achievements, many people are even aware that the WNBA exists today. The league is in need of her. The truth hurts, Sheila.
Like, I don't take anything away from other players that brought more eyeballs. Angel, Cameron, right? Like, the identity and how much brand recognition these players now have in college absolutely helped the WNBA.
To her credit, Amber Cox is not taking any of the criticism directed at her by Clark, who claims that she has a significant multiplier impact for the league, and she is correct. Although players like Angel Reese and Cameron Brink are excellent, Clark is in a different stratosphere. She is not only a household name in women's basketball, but also a worldwide sensation. She is not merely filling seats. She is providing the league with something it has sorely lacked for years.
Never seen anything like Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark is a superstar, not a female superstar. She is a superstar.
We were coming to see Caitlin Clark play.
She moves the needle. The WNBA has been looking for someone who moves the needle.
Left exposed in the WNBA expansion draft by the Indiana Fever's daring move, which has supporters screaming into their pillows and doubting reality. Or perhaps regardless of who you ask, Bentley averaged 6.4 points and 5.7 rebounds in 2023 and played a significant role in the Fever's playoff run. Now that she's leaving for the Golden State Valkyrie, fans of the team are left to wonder if the team's general manager, Amber Cox, is a genius at 4D chess or just throwing darts at a whiteboard.
Typically has such a unique skill set. She loves to run, just incredible vision. Stephanie White sat down right where you are and said, we want to run. So how much are you thinking about the fit here as you close in on free agency?
It's the most important thing, right? You've got to get the players that fit with the system Stephanie wants to have on the floor.
Naturally, fans on social media are divided on Amber Cox's actions, which is why I don't watch the Fever. Theories are circulating that it's all about making room on the cap for a big-name free agent, while others are busy creating crazy trade scenarios involving draft picks and superstar players. Cox is calling it a tough decision, which is GM speak for. Yes, we understand that you're upset, but trust the process. It seems like this process entails letting go of a reliable contributor in order to pursue some grand vision of a championship team. I know it sounds risky, but at least the Fever are making headlines, so that must be something.
To run the floor with Caitlin Clark and how...
For a moment, let's face it, the WNBA isn't exactly teeming with teams executing these so-called master plans. More often than not, they fail miserably, but give Amber Cox credit for having the courage to try something new. Fever supporters are currently biting their nails and hoping that this isn't another historic instance of a WNBA team shooting itself in the foot. This move shows that the team is thinking long-term, even if it means taking some serious heat in the short term. Whether this gamble pays off or leaves them in ruins is still up in the air.
Obviously, we want to take the next step. So I think as we're looking to free agency, we'll think about veterans coming in with that playoff.
The Fever are reportedly targeting Sata Sabali in free agency. Let me tell you, though, that Sabali is not just any player. She is the kind of talent that coaches swoon over. Last season, she averaged 17.9 points per game, shot 45.2% from three-point range, and brought a level of defensive versatility that every team aspires to. She is not only a good fit for the Fever, but also the perfect fit when combined with Caitlin Clark's incredible court vision. The deadly scoring of Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah, the supremacy of Boston in the paint, that lineup shouts, "We're here to win it all." not just playoffs.
Expansion draft is difficult. It's hard to lose a player. 6 is not very many when you think about protecting anybody.
Additionally, there is social media. Given her ties to Amber Cox, her former boss, and Aaliyah Boston, who has the same sports agent, it's difficult to ignore the comments that T. Sabal has been enjoying that she should play with Caitlin Clark in Indiana. If the Fever were to land Sabal, it would be the end of the league's hopes of defending a lineup. That combined with good luck. However, since this is the WNBA, nothing is ever that easy, and they have contingency plans in case Sabali is unable due to fever. There are other options available, but let's not fool ourselves. Sabali is the crown jewel in this case. Adding Gabby Williams to the Fever's roster would not only make them contenders, but it would completely change the balance of power in the league. When was the last time someone said that about the WNBA specifically? Gabby Williams is reportedly on their radar. If Sabali joins the Fever, it's not just a win for the team, it's a statement to the league that the Fever are done being the WNBA's punchline. Amber Cox isn't just signing players, she's creating a culture. She doesn't want to assemble a team of big names and cross her fingers. She wants a roster that fits together like a perfect